And he puts it through. They're within 3. It's 13-10. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants.
Graham Gano.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Throwing here, Trubisky. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
1st and 10.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky, able to push his way through. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Randy Gregory on the stop. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 32-yard line.
Here's Trubisky. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
He was covered by Zane.
Now it's Trubisky. And this will be caught by Mooney. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I do think that sometimes on 3rd and long, many defenders just get caught watching the sticks instead of watching the ball. And the guy who's got it, because here, they just got the ball into the receiver's hands and told him to do it yourself, a little bit of a desperation play. And he was able to take the short throw and turn it into a big gain and a conversion on 3rd down. That's a big pickup.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal as some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though.
David Montgomery.
And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This from 25 yards out. Santos' kick is up and through. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10.
Giants 10.
So that's 3 field goals for him now, but heck, he's not even halfway to his career best of 7.
Seems like the 7 field goal games are the kind of games I always get assigned to in my other job. Let's hope for this offense's sake they can start cashing in on a few of these drives.
At their own 24-yard line.
The focus shifts back to Daniel Jones and company. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just... 24. They begin with a run by Barkley. Tackle was made by Joel Iyiegbuniwe.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 11 yards there, first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Jones' throw on target to Shepard. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's a gain of 9.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
That incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. Throwing again, Jones. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Operating from the gun, Jones to Barkley on the check down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. There's Anthony Miller as they trot back out to go on offense. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easy. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. From the shotgun is Trubisky. They'll find Miller. That's complete. The 40. And all the way down to the 35. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On first down, Trubisky. And he completes it to Cohen. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Cohen.
It's a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a second down. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Darnell Mooney, the target there. And it's third down.
Coverage defensively.
Trubisky to throw again. That's complete to Mooney. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Out of the end zone. Jabril Peppers on the coverage.
So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half.
A 32-yard attempt.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And that will make this a 9-point lead.
Giants 10.
So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams.
19.
As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital, where it was the visiting Cowboys who got the win on the road. A touchdown the difference, 21-14, the final score. From there, it's off to Southern Nevada. Check out the action going on beside the neon lights of Las Vegas. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And they were winners as they defeat the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. A 3-touchdown differential in the end, 35-14, the final. In our game, it's been Mitchell Trubisky, who's looked sharp thus far. He's thrown for close to 200 yards already, and that's helped propel his guys into the lead. As we send you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, just emphasizing the things that...
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender.
The Bears will.
Now Trubisky will lead the Bears up to go for 2. After the interception, here's Trubisky. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Again, it's Barkley. A very tough run, but for a short gain out near the 32. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And Robinson with a big catch. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Oh, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And trying to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. To Montgomery to begin the drive. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Number 30.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Xavier McKinney on the tackle. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 30.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Montgomery. That's good for a Chicago Bears. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky. And now he's going to use his legs. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
On the keeper. Dalvin Tomlinson on the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second.
Draw play here. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Tariq Cohen.
5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. Returning is Peppers. It'll be a 39-yard punt, give him a good 10 yards on the return, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants going to take over again on offense. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And so how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap. And that's a good start right there.
16 more on that one and another 1st down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Barkley with a carry on 1st down, and he'll get about 4. So 2nd and 6 forthcoming. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the Bears' 16-yard line.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
The ball carrier.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs. Able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12.
Graham Gano.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. Here's Cohen now to return. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about.
Face mask. Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he stopped immediately there.
Cohen, the ball carrier.
On the tackle, it's Randy Gregory.
On the stop. No gain on the play.
Play action. Now Trubisky.
At the 41.
And he finds his tight end, Graham. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They'll run on first down. Cohen. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Second and 11 now. Trubisky will throw. That is caught by Cohen. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped to the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out.
Offense.
Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. This is a quick pass from Trubisky. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Darnell Mooney, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead. And that one makes this a 19-point game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
At the 33-yard line.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones, and he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking for Caden Smith, the tight end, but now it'll be 3rd down.
3rd down. And 8 yards to go.
From the gun, Jones. He dumps it off to Barkley. And this effort won't do it. He needed to get to the 45. He's a yard or 2 short. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Jalen Johnson.
On first down, it's Cohen. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. They try again with Cohen, and he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
For a Chicago Bears.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Now it's Trubisky. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Here's Trubisky. This will be caught at about the 5. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. It's offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the fumble recovery was an important first step, but still a huge 4th quarter hole to dig out of. Down 3 scores. Now Jones. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. Catch made by Slayton. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. That catch good for only a couple.
It's on the pickup. It's 2nd and
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Operating from the gun. Jones. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline.
Jones pass intended for Darius Slayton. Incomplete. Coverage on the play by Kyle Fuller.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Eddie Jackson picks it. On 4th down, maybe he was better defensively. Trubisky going to try and run. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. That's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
The pass.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and
Now Trubisky. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down.
He was covered by
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
their own 20-yard.
Giants now with a 1st and 10 at the 20.
From the gun, he'll set up to throw.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics. I'm also wondering.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
And they'll begin by running the option.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
2nd down and 7.
On the tackle. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
It was Montgomery, the ball carrier.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Draw play, Cohen. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32.
Cohen's the ball carrier. Xavier McKinney.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Makes the score Bears 35.
So yet another field goal to end the drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
At their own 26-yard line.
Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 41-yard line.
From the gun, Jones. Caught out left side by Robinson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
To throw again, Jones. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Shepard, incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that will be incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that's caught by Smith.
Jones.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Jones back to the air on 2nd down. Dancing to his left. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. Oh, good move. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. He's at the 40, 20. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistake.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Trubisky. He'll buy, and he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Mitchell Trubisky, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more.
Defensively by now, you know his ability. You know he has it in him to take off and run.
Yeah, because they knew coming into this game, but we've already seen examples in this contest that he can run the football.
I think they're going to examine different ways to rush him now. Are they going to do it with different lanes? Are they going to use a spy? But they have to come up with options because right now, he's hurting them.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
It's offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly
you
right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
A gain of 12. And the Giants 1st down.
Here's Jones. Throwing on 1st down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Shepard.
Jones pass.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
2nd and inches at the 49-yard line.
Throwing Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27.
On the play. 1st down, New York.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Back to throw again. This is caught and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, New York.
They'll look to throw again toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And Barkley will try to punch it in, and he is in. Touchdown, New York.
Touchdown.
Gano for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 22. That time, a 9-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
They'll start with the option. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
It's now second and
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
the ball carrier. David Mayo brought him down. It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2. Now Trubisky. And that is incomplete. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
23-yard line.
They'll run on first down. It's Cohen. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
David Mayo.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 21-yard line. Today,
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bears, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for the Giants, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5.